Welcome back to some more battles. We are in the Open Gray League, and we're going to be using the Diggersby paired with the Dusknoir and the Mandibuzz. So not a great lead for us. We're going to switch into the Dusknoir, and we get met with the Charizard. We show the first one, ends up being the Blast Burn, so we at least show the big move. Luckily, we are going to be able to reach 2 Shadow Punches, and just like that, we've grabbed 2 shields. Our opponent does try to get a move on our Diggersby, but we are able to take him out. Aqua Tail from this Flogis is going to be impactful, but now we're going to see the power of the Mandibuzz. Facing a Charm Whimsicott with no shields. First Aerial Ace doesn't quite KO, but the second one will get it in range of the farm down. So GG's to our opponent, coming back from kind of a tough situation, honestly, but more importantly, able to break down the shields early and often. Ooh, Sandslash to deal with here. Okay, unfortunately, we probably didn't go in with the right switch. In this scenario, we kind of forgot that our Mandibuzz was running the Snarl version, so we do get 2 shields though, but let's see if that is going to be enough. We know that they're going to be able to win the CAP, so we just let them throw this move. They do have back-to-back, so pretty good situation for our opponents. Our opponent does get to another move. We could have thrown right there. Okay, it looks like it was a CAP actually, and we do go for the undercharge, and we get a little bit of energy back, which is okay. But now we have the Mandibuzz versus this Sandslash. Unfortunately, has a good amount of energy. We basically need to come out with some energy. We're going to go for this Aerial Ace and potentially get him down in farm down range. We do shield here so that we can get off this Fire Punch. And unfortunately, this Mandibuzz in the back is just too healthy. Too many of our moves got CAP tied, and we just have no chance after using our Dusknoir for their Sableye. So kind of a misplay right there. We needed to go in with the Mandibuzz to get a little bit better situation. Okay, our opponent here is going to stay in versus our Dusknoir, but first one doesn't quite KO, so we do let that first one go. Interesting. They are going to shield and try to farm us down, and that's exactly what happens. Now we see the Lapras, so Lapras with some energy is going to be pretty tough to beat. We try to get a debuff right there, but unfortunately it didn't happen. They go for the Skull Bash. Skull Bash is going to boost up their defense, and it's just going to make this that much harder to take down. The positive news is we forced them out into the Jumpluff. Jumpluff is going to throw the Acrobatics, and unfortunately they are running the double nukes probably. And because the huge Acrobatics has already been used, we are in farm down range potentially. Okay, they go into their Lapras. We force out the energy. We have to farm down. We have a ton of energy on this Mandibuzz. In fact, we do get to back-to-back Aerial Aces. Is this enough? Yes, it is. So GG's to our opponent. Able to be kind of a meta team. That Lapras was pretty significant and almost wrecked us, honestly. All right, next we got the Diggersby versus the Lickitung. Pretty good matchup for us as we are resisting their fast moves. We basically just have to worry about the Power Whip, but not the first one. You can see the huge health advantage we have right now. We're gonna get to another Scorching Sand. No debuff, unfortunately. There's the Power Whip. And now, oh, nice catch. they're going to catch the Scorching Sand onto their Azu, but we did get the debuff, so this is actually going to be favorable for us. So much so that we get to another Shadow Punch here. We do get the shield, and we have a choice. We can shield, potentially farm down, but we actually just elect to let it go because it was debuffed. And now the fact that they already used all their energy on their Lickitung, we're going to go into the Mandibuzz and just get the huge energy advantage. Now we need all this energy advantage to take down this Azu. The Azu does invest the shield, and unfortunately for them, we're going to be able to get the farm down. And we see another water type. The Gastrodon is going to struggle against our Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz going to be able to get to multiple Dark Pulses. They could be running Water Pulse, but we survive it. So we let it go anyways. Ends up only being the Body Slam. We get to another Dark Pulse for the KO. So GG's to our opponent. Able to win that game without using any shields. But mainly because the Mandibuzz had such a good energy advantage and great situation in the back. Pretty good lead. They swap out into the Drapion. Drapion, kind of a core breaker, but let's see if we're going to be able to grab some shields with our Mandibuzz. Unfortunately, we're not running Air Slash, so this is going to be a little bit harder. We still are able to be tanky, and we fire off multiple Aerial Aces. They still go for the Aqua Tail. That's fine. We fire off this Aerial Ace and barely unable to take it out. We do shield, and it looks like we have to let this go. We do maintain alignment. We just blind throw the Dark Pulse, but ends up being inefficient into their Azu. So Azu had a little bit of energy advantage, so we are able to CAP right here. And at this point, looks like this is going to be our winning formula for our particular game by shielding the Dusknoir and going into the Diggersby. We need a shield here, so we do end up baiting them with the Fire Punch. They get to this Aura Wheel, which doesn't quite KO, unfortunately. So now they're going to be able to get to another Psychic Fang. Psychic Fang there does enough, and then here we basically need to KO this Azu right here, right now, and unfortunately unable to do that. We had our Dusknoir too low, but check out the team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.